It began on Friday, June 6, 2025, with a flashpoint beneath the towering skyscrapers of downtown Los Angeles. Federal agents from ICE, DHS, FBI, and ATF descended on several locations: clothing warehouses in the Fashion District, Home Depot parking lots, even a local donut shop, arresting nearly 45 individuals during simultaneous raids. The news rippled quickly through immigrant communities. They're rounding people up. At first, a crowd of concerned residents and family members gathered outside these sites, solidarity swelling. But by nightfall, tensions flared. A large protest erupted outside the Edward R. Roybal Federal Building and the Metropolitan Detention Center. Demonstrators chanted "ICE pa fuera" and "Return the homies," while some hurled concrete chunks at officers. In response, law enforcement unleashed tear gas, pepper balls, and flashbangs to disperse what they declared an unlawful assembly. By the end of Friday, graffiti tags defaced LAPD headquarters and the federal courthouse, sanctuaries of authority suddenly scarred. Saturday morning, echoes of unrest spread to nearby Paramount and Compton. In Paramount, clashes erupted near a Home Depot as DHS and Border Patrol agents positioned themselves. By afternoon, skirmishes escalated into street battles, with protesters confronting police lines. In Compton, the midnight calm was shattered by burning bottles, gasoline-like smoke, and Durkhaus es seen like gasoline west, and rubber bullets. Over 118 undocumented immigrants were detained during weekend raids alone. That evening marked a turning point. President Trump, invoking Title X, unilaterally federalized the California National Guard and ordered thousands of troops to LA, a federal takeover without Governor's Gavin Newsom's consent, the first of its kind since 1965. Newsom denounced it as purposefully inflammatory and promptly filed a lawsuit, calling the move illegal and immoral. One activist, David Huerta, leader of SEIU, was arrested June 6th during Friday's protests. His detainment mobilized union movements, and he was released on $50,000 bond on June 9th. Sunday delivered another jolt. The Pentagon activated 300 National Guard and 700 Marines, others at the ready. Military convoys rolled through downtown and suburbs like Compton and Paramount, ready to suppress the unrest. By afternoon, protests resumed at the detention center. Police met protesters with rubber bullets and tear gas. Vehicles were damaged, self-driving cars vandalized or set ablaze. CBS captured Marines flanking courthouse steps as protesters chanted and waved flags, Mexican, U.S., and banners of immigrant unity. Monday saw a fragile calm broken again. Around 1,000 demonstrators converged at the Robert Young Federal Building, with over 100 arrests that day alone. Another 700 active-duty Marines were flown in from Camp Pendleton. The total now neared 4,100 National Guard and 700 Marines across the region. Mayor Karen Bass, frustrated by the escalation, declared a local emergency. Starting Tuesday night, she imposed a curfew from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. in 1 square mile around downtown to quell looting and violence, warning those without legitimate reason to avoid the area. Despite military presence, the unrest persists. Protesters still stream in, some peaceful, others determined. They hold signs reading "ICE out of LA," chant for David Huerta's release, and demand a halt to deportations. Many view the federal chain of command as overreaching, America's soldiers now policing its streets, a chilling echo of the 1992 post-Rodney King riots. Across the nation, solidarity demonstrations sprouted. New York, Chicago, Dallas, all heard cries of "no ICE raids without local consent," while California's governors and municipal leaders clashed with federal authorities. Meanwhile, President Trump framed the unrest as a foreign invasion, threatening to withhold federal funds and quota drastic measures if states resist federal mandates. Yet, amidst the tension, a human story unfolds. Children home from school fear their parents won't return. Activists distribute snacks and water to tired protesters. Journalists risk exposure to tear gas to record drifting banners. Business owners board up storefronts overnight. And volunteers sweep broken glass each morning, clinging to normalcy. In the middle of all this stands Los Angeles, a city of dreams, of diverse voices, of contradictions. Its freeways are clogged, its streets echo with chants, and its crown, City Hall, now under curfew's watchful eye. A metropolis long defined by hope now tests the boundary between public safety and civil rights, between federal power and local autonomy. And so, on Wednesday morning, June 11th, as dawn breaks, the city holds its breath. Will curfew bring calm or only deepen the divide? Will negotiations begin between mayoral offices and the Pentagon? Can Los Angeles pivot from confrontation to conversation? For now, an uneasy quiet blanket civic center, broken only by distant sirens and the solemn march of boots on concrete. In Los Angeles today, a city of kin and conflict, of culture and controversy, the struggle isn't just about ICE, and it's not just about politics. It's about who gets to walk the streets free, who's protected, whose voice gets heard, and ultimately, whose city this is and should be in a democracy defined by both security and dissent.